Okay, we got it rolling now. All right, let's try that again, Mark. All right. All right, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Mark Schubert, and here we have a unrestored 1964 Ford Falcon convertible.
Did you just pick this one up?
A little bit ago. They're harder to find now.
Yeah, they're
They
getting
were
that
very
way.
common in the day.
This one looks pretty clean. What do you plan on doing to it?
We're gonna fix it.
Are we gonna do this in red green style?
It's gonna be pretty much restored with
Okay.
some safety upgrades.
All right, no toilet bowl carburetors, huh?
No, it's simple. I like them simple.
All right.
Simple, easy to fix.
You say this is a 1964
Right.
Ford Falcon. All right. You got your license plate there now so that somebody can stalk you. We might edit that out, I don't know. All right. So what have you done so far to it, Mark?
Oh, not a whole lot. We're working on the front suspension right now. Things like tie rods and stuff to make it a little, tighten it up, make it a little bit safer, make it safe to drive. Working on the carburetor. The engine is a 1966 model, which is a very good year for the engine, even though it's not authentic. But it has the automatic choke, and it came with a standard choke, so I'm trying to change it back. But I'm finding with all these carburetors, there's quite a lot of different variations in the carburetors and the linkages and things. So it's hard to find one that fits right.
Looks like you got, what, 5 carburetors here?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get some more. We're gonna find
one of them's gonna work, huh?
We're gonna find one that works.
All right. All right, so we're rebuilding the front suspension on it.
Right.
And you've done the brakes all the way around?
Yeah, we got the brakes. We're gonna eventually put a dual master cylinder on it. See, it's got the single reservoir master cylinder, which works when it works, but if you have a leak in your brake system, you lose all your brakes.
You lose them all, not just half of them.
So the more modern cars have a double master cylinder for backup.
Right.
Which makes it a lot more safer.
So Mark, I understand you have a lot of parts for these cars.
I bought a bunch of these years ago. How I got into Falcons is kind of an accident. I was at Georgetown and I was driving an old Volkswagen bus back in the 70s. That's what, all the kids drove. But it was so loaded down with parts to keep it running, it didn't go very fast. There was a little air-cooled engine in the back.
Right.
It was kind of a strain.
Yeah.
And my landlord turned 80 years old and he didn't want to drive anymore. So he said he'd given me his 64 Ford Falcon. Or either give him $200 or paint his house for him.
You painted the house, didn't you?
Yeah, being a poor boy, I painted the house.
All right. So that's
and first thing I did with it, I had Army Reserve orders to go to California for language training, summer of '78. So the first thing I did with that car is I drove it to California.
Wow.
And I had no trouble. Well, my brother had trouble with it.
And that was from Tennessee, you drove it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I drove the Volkswagen bus back, and my brother, I was at Georgetown, and my brother was at Annapolis. So he drove with the Falcon ahead of me, and then I came behind with the Volkswagen bus.
Okay.
And being the Volkswagen bus had to have repairs along the way. It was that kind of a vehicle.
Right.
I got in a little bit later. And then, of course, when I got in, I got home and my Falcon was nowhere around. And my brother Peter, he was nowhere around. And my mama explained to me what happened. She says, well, after the car caught on fire.
Oh, no.
So I had to go, I was like a week away from being in California, and my car just caught on fire.
Ouch. I hate it when that happens.
But back then they were everywhere. I bought a brand new carburetor, $65. Went to the junkyard, paid about $5, $10 for a new wiring harness, and put it all together, and it ran, no problem.
All right, so you've been working on these for a while now, huh?
And so it was out in California for a year and give me no problems. We had a lot of good times in that car. And that thing, it went everywhere afterwards.
So
Everywhere from San Diego to Boston.
that's when you traded up from a Volkswagen to a Ford Falcon. You've
Yeah.
been with them ever since, huh?
Well, I keep trying to upgrade, and when they're getting older, you want something newer.
Right.
So I got a '74 Corolla, and that wasn't really dependable. It was a popular car at the time. I still got it if you don't make a deal on it. It's out in the woods.
I wonder what kind of shape that one's in, huh?
And I got a '74 Maverick, which should be the same car, it's the same engine, the same transmission, but the quality control on the Mavericks wasn't quite as good, and they tended to break down and fall apart for no reason. So I keep going back to the Falcons. I drove Norwich for a while. And up north, you can't drive Falcons because they put salt on the road and you'll destroy antiques. But now I'm back in the south. I got a '64 convertible.
And this is a convertible, in fact.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I drove back in the '70s and '80s was just an old beat up car because I was a poor boy. Now these are coming back in style.
Right. This one looks pretty clean. It's got a little damage over here on the quarter panel.
Yeah, it's the usual rust. But they make all new body panels and patch panels and things for these things.
Okay.
It's basically the same car mechanically as the Mustang. So it's easy to fix. And all the mechanical parts are available. And lately they've been reproducing the body parts.
Looks like the interior is pretty decent. Are you going to have these seats redone?
Yeah, probably. They make reproduction seats. Complete everything. The door panels, all that stuff's being reproduced now.
Okay. All right. The dashboard looks good. Well, it's got that one place on it there.
The seats aren't that bad, but I might get another seat. The seat's got kind
Yeah.
of crunchy in here. I got to take it apart and see what's wrong inside here.
Yeah.
And it's got that one hole, so.
Right.
But get the mechanical parts running first.
But
this
and
stuff is
the
all
top
available.
the top on this one actually works. This was up the other day, huh?
Power top thing.
It's power top. Oh yeah, check this out.
Look at that.
Nice. Oh yeah.
That was really something back in the day.
Yeah, it's gonna need a new top though, huh?
Probably. Well, they all eventually need
Yeah.
new tops. Periodic replacement.
Right, and they still sell these tops, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of handy. Then you don't have to make it yourself and fabricate it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, all this stuff is available.
Okay.
Well, most of it. There's a few things that are not being done yet.
Right.
But they're making more and more reproduction parts as it becomes more popular.
Okay.
Back in the days when it was a $200 car, nobody's going to replace, a $400 bumper
Right.
for a $200 car. But now they do.
So what did this car sell for new back in the day?
Oh, about 2,700 maybe. Well, convertible might be more, maybe 3,000.
Maybe 3,000 for the convertible, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
You try to buy one for that now.
Yeah.
If you find one, it'll be pretty rusty.
Yeah. This one looks pretty clean. I've looked underneath it too. It does. It's got a couple little rusty spots in it,
needs some
but
rust work, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty solid. I mean, it's a unibody. So
right.
if the floor rusts out,
Yeah, that's your frame.
it
You
flexes in the breeze. I had one.
gets a little wobbly there, huh?
I had a 1963 and the floor was completely rusted out. Had been repaired with chicken wire and tar,
Oh no.
which gave it no structural stability.
Right.
Driving down the freeway, it would flex and the doors would pop open.
Oh no.
People would honk at me. Hey, your door's open. Hey. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah. I got this. Yeah. Got a bungee strap on the inside holding it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's rear wheel drive,
Right.
so it's not like one of these unibody
Yeah.
now.
So you got the hump in the middle for
Yeah.
the drive shaft there.
So if it breaks
Yeah.
in half in the middle, it's still gonna get pushed.
Right. Yeah.
Where a front wheel drive car breaks in half and you're sitting in the street with the middle.
You're gonna leave your gas tank behind.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go far. Yeah.
So this one here,
But this looks like it's been out in the woods for a while.
well, I don't know where it's been.
We got pine needles there.
I got it from Nebraska. I
Okay.
got it from Montana, so God knows where it is.
Yeah. And this is how many different models did they make? This one says Futura. Did they make a different model?
What's this? Yeah. This is the top of the line model.
Okay.
But all the convertibles were Futura,
Okay.
with a little fancier trim on the side.
All right. Looks like we need a little trim worker in the front. Took a little.
Oh
ding
yeah,
up
but
there.
I got parts. Back in the '80s, when these were cheap, I bought a gob of them,
Okay.
and I have got actually a car that I bought.
So you've actually got quite a few parts for this car, huh?
I have got a parts car for this, a 2-door in the same color, the same model
Oh wow.
that I bought back in the '80s for
Wow.
like $200.
Wow. Nice.
And I've been sitting on it for 30 years, waiting for the proper car to come along to use the parts.
And here it is, huh? So I understand you might be interested in selling some of those parts you've got, huh?
Well, not really, because then you got to go find more, and they're not really available.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, somebody come along and they got a Falcon needs a little something, I might help them out. Just, it's kind of collectors, fellowship
All right.
of collectors, and
All right.
if somebody needs something I got an extra, I might, but I'm not really into selling off what I got, because then I held on to it for 30 years. Now I need it. You never know.
Right. Right.
And it's a great solid car. It don't give you any trouble.
It is.
Anything goes wrong, you can fix it yourself.
Right. But
I have no mechanical training, just watching other people and picking up from just watching other folks, and I can fix anything on here just about.
it's
It's simple.
it is a pretty simple car. Yep.
And you can see where everything's at. You can get at everything.
Let's get a shot of the grill here. That's
They don't reproduce the grill yet. They probably will. It's a little bit dented.
okay.
But I've got more of them in the barn.
All right. And you've got another bumper for the front there, huh?
Well, that one's bent too, so I'm gonna have to get a good bumper. But they sell bumpers for about
Hey, we could put this Studebaker bumper on there.
That's right. That would you'd go in style, wouldn't it? That's even bigger and better.
What did this bumper come off of?
That's a 1950 Studebaker.
A 1950.
That was in
Wow.
Western Massachusetts. I got that a year ago.
Okay.
Paid $200 for the whole car. You can imagine what it looked like.
Right.
But I needed the bumpers, hey. And they're hard to find.
All
The
right.
bumper's kind of bent there, so it's
Yeah, we got a little damage going on there. Okay. Yep. So are you gonna do your own body work on this, or are you gonna have somebody
I'll
do
probably
it for
have
you?
somebody do it right.
Okay.
And I can fill it full of Bondo, but
Right.
you want it done right.
Yeah.
A car like this deserves to be done right.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
you don't want a Bondo buggy.
Got a real simple little radiator there.
Yeah, I mean, you put 1 foot there, 1 foot there on the frame. Sit your butt on the radiator, and you can take the engine apart,
Yep.
pull the head off, and do a valve job in your driveway, and be done in an afternoon. You try that on a modern car.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna work too well.
But this one, I've done it. I'm not just talking trash. I've
Right.
done it. Swap the heads. I get another head ready and just swap the heads out in a couple
Right.
hours. Do it yourself. The yellow top coil is the original coil, so they're kind of popular for restorations.
The yellow top coil.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
that's the Ford. They made that mustard color top,
Right. Okay.
but they're actually reproducing those. If you don't have the original, you can buy a reproduction.
Okay.
The fuel filters are unusual. It's on top of the fuel pump, the big fuel filter.
This is back when they put the pump right here on the motor.
Yeah,
It's not in the gas
Yeah, it's
tank.
not
It's
in
a
the gas
it's a
tank.
mechanical pump. Doesn't it work
Right.
on a cam, right?
mechanical, and it works by suction,
Okay.
which makes me feel better. Well, first of all, I took a gas tank apart, a modern car.
Yeah.
So that bare wire to the
Right.
fuel pump.
Yeah.
Then you got a bare wire running electricity through your gas tank. People say it's okay, and apparently it is, but that just makes me nervous. Electricity running through my gas tank, I'd rather not. TWA Flight 800, electricity in the gas tank brought that down.
Ouch.
That was years ago.
I remember that. That was the one that crashed off of
Long Island.
out of New York, up there in Long Island.
Yeah. People watched it, and
Yeah, I remember when that one happened. That was pretty tragic.
yeah. So this one here won't have that problem. Everything's mechanical, everything's simple, you can see it, so you don't have the problems that modern cars will give you.
Right.
Even though modern cars are all computerized and they run better, well, they run better when they work.
Well,
When they get old, and the computer goes bad, electronic sensor goes bad, repair shops can't figure it out, but they'll take your money anyway.
oh yeah.
And
Yeah, they don't mind taking your money.
so this here is, I can do it myself.
All right. Well, we're hitting the 15-minute mark here, folks. So, give us some feedback and let us know what you think. We'll be back next week. Say goodbye, Mark.
Goodbye.